What if the city you live in isn't just a maze of streets and buildings, but a living, breathing force with hidden energies waiting to be uncovered? Welcome, Rev of the Arcane, to the Dark Primordial. I'm your host, Ken Schroer, and today we're diving into the fascinating world of psychogeography and its applications in urban witchcraft. Imagine your city as more than just buildings and streets, a living, breathing entity with its own energies, flows, and hidden connections. Light your incense, grab your favorite snack, and learn how psychogeography reveals these unseen forces and how urban witches can harness this awareness to amplify their magic.
Psychogeography, a term coined in the 1950s by French writer and activist Guy Debord, is rooted in understanding the psychological and emotional impact of urban spaces. Debord and the Situationist International, a collective of artists and intellectuals, sought to disrupt the ordinary experience of the city by exploring its hidden influences. They posed a powerful question: how do our surroundings shape the way we feel, think, and act? Debord's practice of dérive, or drift, transformed walking into a form of resistance. By wandering aimlessly, the Situationists uncovered the city's subtle currents, viewing it as more than an architectural layout, as a living presence with a soul. In these aimless journeys, they disrupted their own routines and freed themselves from the rigid structures imposed by modern consumer culture. The city, for them, became an interactive map of moods, memories, and energies, waiting to be explored on an intuitive, almost spiritual level. While psychogeography as a formal concept is modern, the practice of engaging with urban spaces on a spiritual level has ancient roots. Let's explore some fascinating historical precedents that showcase early forms of urban spiritual navigation. In ancient Mesopotamia, the Babylonians constructed massive ziggurats, terraced pyramid temples that served as cosmic connectors. These structures represented a form of cosmic urban planning, with each level corresponding to a celestial realm. Strategically placed within cities, ziggurats created a network of spiritual focal points, guiding the movements of priests and worshippers in an early form of psychogeography. In ancient Rome, the practice of augury, divination through observing natural signs, profoundly impacted urban planning and navigation. Augurs would read the city's spiritual landscape, designating certain areas as templum, sacred spaces where the god's will could be interpreted. This practice formed an invisible grid over the city, guiding everything from building placement to religious processions. The ancient Chinese practice of feng shui, dating back over 3,000 years, can be seen as a sophisticated system of psychogeography. Feng shui masters would analyze the flow of qi, or life force, through urban landscapes, advising on the optimal placement of buildings, roads, and even entire cities. This practice provided a framework for understanding how different urban spaces affected human psychology and well-being. The ancient Maya constructed an extensive network of raised stone causeways known as sakbiab, or white roads. These sacred pathways connected major city centers and were used for both practical and ritual purposes. Mayan rulers and priests would undertake ceremonial journeys along these roads, their travel serving as a form of ritual performance to maintain cosmic order and connect with divine energies. These ancient practices remind us that the concept of cities as living, spiritual entities is not new. From Babylonian ziggurats to Mayan sacred roads, our ancestors intuitively understood the power of urban landscapes to shape our spiritual experiences. As modern practitioners of psychogeography and urban witchcraft, we're tapping into a tradition as old as civilization itself. For modern magic practitioners, psychogeography offers a bridge to connect with urban environments that may otherwise feel detached from nature. While cities may lack forests and rivers, they hold layers of history, emotion, and movement that can be channeled into one's practice. Psychogeography invites witches to read the city as they might a natural landscape, discerning its emotional shifts and power-laden spaces. Just as one might seek out a natural river or mountain for certain magical workings, cities also have their own power spots. An old cathedral that resonates with protective energies, a hidden alley that invites introspection, or a bustling crossroads charged with transformative power. Each corner holds a unique frequency, a vibration shaped by the layers of its history, memories, and the intentions of those who built it. By perceiving cities through this lens, psychogeography enables modern witches to reclaim these lost connections, transforming urban environments into spaces of potent magic. It allows us to see the extraordinary in the ordinary, turning every urban journey into a potential act of discovery and magic. One of the most intriguing connections between psychogeography and magic is its alignment with ley lines, the ancient belief in energy pathways crisscrossing the earth, linking places of power. Traditionally, ley lines guided practitioners to sites of natural significance. But psychogeography invites us to consider similar currents flowing through the cityscape. What if urban ley lines exist, mapped by the very structure and pulse of our cities? In psychogeographical terms, we might interpret ley lines as energy streams, flowing through specific streets, intersections, and landmarks within cities. Ancient sites such as temples, cemeteries, or old markets serve as urban nodes, converging points where energies from centuries of human activity resonate. Urban witches can use these psychogeographic currents to intuitively follow energy pathways, much as one would in nature. Exploring these paths through the city turns urban ley lines into channels of intention. Historical events, community rituals, and even tragedies all leave energetic imprints on these spaces, forming a web of influence. Witches who attune to these pathways may find that urban ley lines guide them to places that amplify their magical intentions, creating an energetic map that empowers their work. By identifying and traveling along these currents, witches can create spell trails across the city, charging their magic with each intentional stop along the way. So how can you incorporate psychogeography into your urban witchcraft practice? Begin by engaging in a derive. Let go of your usual routes and routines, allowing your intuition to guide you. This practice is about feeling the city rather than simply seeing it. Pay attention to locations that feel energetically charged or uniquely meaningful to you. Create a personal map, marking locations that resonate with specific energies or intentions. Over time, you may find that certain areas hold qualities of protection, expansion, or transformation. Use these spaces in your rituals. Meditate, leave offerings, or mark sigils to anchor your intentions. In time, you'll craft a magical map of your city, connecting with its energies as an ever-evolving, sacred landscape. Consider creating urban spell trails, charging your intention by stopping at various points across the city. By placing herbs, charms, or whispers at each location, you create a subtle but powerful magical web, weaving together the city's energies to reinforce your work. Each stop along the way amplifies your intention, creating a ritualized journey that aligns the city with your magic. With psychogeography, urban witches transform the city from a mere backdrop into a magical collaborator, filled with energy and intent. Every journey, ritual, and sigil placed within its boundaries forges a relationship with the city, a personal bond with an urban landscape, brimming with hidden energies and ancient mysteries.
Psychogeography allows us to uncover our urban landscapes as more than streets and buildings. It invites us to see the city as a magical ally, rich with life, power, and potential. By exploring the hidden currents woven through our surroundings, we create a new kind of magic that is as vibrant and complex as the city itself. So, the next time you step outside, let your intuition guide you. You may just discover a world of hidden energies waiting in plain sight. If you found this video enlightening, please like, subscribe, and share with others who might be interested in exploring the compelling intersection between architecture, cityscapes, and the modern practice of magic. Also, consider supporting the Dark Primordial by visiting our Etsy and Shopify stores. There you'll find a curated selection of handcrafted witchcraft and pagan accessories to enhance your own spiritual practice. From hand-poured candles to intricately painted talismans, each item is imbued with intention and power. Until next time, may you become one with your own abyss.